Don't start planning your Indian wedding in Italy before you do that. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Svetlana from Best Indian Weddings Italy, the first and only wedding planning agency in Italy specialized in Indian weddings. Every day I help Indian brides and grooms-to-be realize their authentic Indian celebrations in the most beautiful country in the world. I'm running this series of videos called SOS Indian Weddings in Italy with useful tips and advice that you won't find anywhere else. So, if you're looking to host your Indian wedding in Italy, then please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell to always keep updated with the new videos every week. And this week I tell you, don't start planning your Indian wedding in Italy before you do that. It sounds mysterious, doesn't it? What exactly should you do before starting your planning? It's not a marketing expedient, but rather the result of many informative calls I do with Indian couples looking to get married in Italy, and to whom I willingly offer this free first call to make sure Italy works for what they have in mind for their wedding, because it's not granted at all. And thanks to the information I provided during this call, some couples even decided to not go with a destination wedding at all, or to go with a different destination. And they were glad they did this free first call with me to understand better what can be achieved in Italy and what not, rather than jump in the planning and discover all that maybe it's already too late. So what did I tell those couples? What do I usually tell during this free first call, and what should you know and do to make sure you can truly start planning your Indian wedding in Italy? Probably you will be surprised, as most of the couples are when I bring this out. But doing that will definitely save you from making mistakes and regretting them later. This very important thing, the one you can't go without, is the list of your priorities. Surprised? I think so. You were likely expecting something more concrete, such as putting together the guest list, choosing an auspicious date for the wedding, setting the budget, or some other things that are very important too, but they come after. And especially writing your list of priorities will help you also with the budget, with the date, with the guest list, and with a lot of other things. Let me show you how. Couples often start their calls with me telling me about the decor they want for their wedding, or a specific kind of food they want to offer for this or that other event, or similar aspects. And that's absolutely fine. But when we start talking costs and their expectations to the wedding, things don't often match. I once had a call with a couple who wanted a specific kind of decor for their wedding, which would need half of their budget. Another time, I met a couple sharing with me links of famous venues they wanted to consider to accommodate their guests, while their budget, quite a good budget for a destination wedding, wouldn't be enough to even cover the rent of those venues, being them so expensive. And very often I meet couples whose budget would hardly cover the food for all those guests they want to invite to Italy. For this reason, starting with the list of your priorities is crucial to understand if it makes sense for you to start planning your Indian wedding in Italy or not. And it's not the cost that you have to focus on, because things can be done at different prices and there are venues and service providers for all the budgets, but rather on what you care about the most, on what you can't renounce, on what you can't go without. and what you can if needed. Making this list of priorities should be the very first thing you do before even contacting any wedding planner or any venue, and I'll explain why. Based on your priorities, you can figure out those parts of the wedding budget where you have to allocate much more money as it would usually require. Because a wedding planner, and me too, can provide you with a rough estimation based on normal costs without prioritizing this or that other aspect. And this estimation could be wrong if there is a specific part of your wedding that requires a much higher budget allocation as the one mentioned during the call. As with that special decor showed me by a couple, for example. Every part of the wedding has its budget percentage, and if it's higher than usual, then there are only two things you can do to achieve it. Renouncing something else and putting that money towards your priority, or increasing your budget to make sure you can achieve your priority without renouncing any other aspect. So how do you put together the list of your priorities? Couples don't always know what aspects to mention in this list. They want a beautiful wedding to experience with their dearest ones, that's it. And it's hard for them to figure out what are their priorities to focus on. So I'm here today to help you and to guide you through this very first step towards the realization of your wedding. So let's see together what you can potentially list as priorities. Just know that I'll nominate things without any specific order, and you don't have to put them in order, but just write what comes to your mind as a list, and I'll show you later how to put them in order. Guest list is a priority as well as number of events, and you should indicate a parameter for each, such as minimum, maximum number of guests, and the list of the events you would like to hold. Then the theme of a venue, the view, if any, if you want different spaces for all your events, the possibility to hold your events outdoor, the possibility to go ahead with music until late, Italian and Indian food, photographer, video maker and DJ, decor for wedding and pre-wedding events, and you could even put together some pictures or write some words to describe your idea of the decor, level of the accommodation for your guests and the ease of moving around. A Sabyasachi lehenga or a convertible for Barat are priorities too. Sticking to the budget as well as staying all together in one place are priorities as well. And you should also write some feelings, such as if you want to impress your guests or if you want to relax with them, if you want to have full control of every single thing, or if you want someone to take this duty away from you and let you live a smooth event. If you want all the traditions to be respected, and if you look for an authentic Indian celebrations, and so on. You can add the stationery, wedding gifts, lights, dance floor, etc. Basically, you write all these aspects in a column, and you also add everything else that comes to your mind, and then you assign a number from 1 to 5 to each of them. 1 means that it's at the end of your priorities, you can easily go without, you don't care about it. And 5 is at the top of your priorities. It's of the utmost importance. You absolutely want this aspect to be achieved at your wedding, you can't go without. In the middle you have 2, 4 maybe, but if not, it's fine as well, we're not so mad about them. Then you have 3, 4 would be nice, let's see if there is budget left so we can include it. And 4 is, we definitely want that, let's work on making this happen, we would prefer not giving that up if possible. It will surely take you some time, and please don't rush, take your time Talk to your families, make sure that everyone is on track, because you could write your priorities, but then your parents who help you with the budget could have a different vision of those priorities and could insist on something else, and you would need to rearrange your priorities according to their wishes. So please dedicate time to this important aspect. You're building the base of your dream wedding, so it's crucial that everything is taken care of. Once you have written your list, assigned the numbers from 1 to 5, please redo your list in order from 5 to 1, so that you start from what you care about the most and you finish with the less important things for your wedding. You will see that everything will become much clearer to you and your vision of the wedding will be much more definite. And with this list on hand, you can finally contact a planner or start looking at venues, because only at that point you will know what is or what are the aspects to prioritize. And if it's sticking to the budget at all costs, then you can definitely do it yourself, your wedding, and look at some nice yet simple venues. If it's becoming an Instagram celebrity, then a famous photographer can definitely help. If it's impressing your guests, then you should invest on decor. And if it's respecting all your traditions and having an authentic celebration, then you should definitely focus on suppliers specialized in Indian weddings. Of course, also your budget will need to be recalculated once your priorities are set to make sure you can achieve all that. And especially you then can check if Italy is the right place to achieve that kind of wedding or not. As you see, it could seem strange at the beginning, but this initial work will be the most useful thing you could do to bring your idea of the wedding to life. Dedicate time to that. We're talking about the most important event of your life. And please don't start planning your Indian wedding in Italy without putting together the list of your priorities. That's all for today. Thank you for watching this video that I hope can truly help you with planning your amazing Indian wedding in Italy. If you haven't done it yet, subscribe to my channel, follow Best Indian Weddings Italy on Facebook and Instagram, comment in the post, and I will be happy to answer. See you next week!